My name's Kelsey K, otherwise known as KelseyKMUA, and I wanted to thank you so much for being here today. Well guys, today's video is going to be a little bit of a get ready with me. I'm going to go ahead and be using the Tati Beauty Texture Neutrals Volume 1 palette again, which is quickly becoming my favorite eyeshadow palette of all time. I went and created this really awesome glowy and like kind of almost like vampy look using that palette, so I'm very excited to see what you guys think of it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shut up and we can get all right into it. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and get started today with actually scrubbing my lips because I feel like my lips are kind of dry right now. So I'm going to go ahead and be using the Lips Like Sugar lip scrub from Victoria's Secret. Okay, so one of the reasons why I really enjoy using a lip scrub is simply because of the sole fact that you want to make sure that your lips look nice and smooth all day long, especially if you're going to be applying a matte lipstick. Matte lipsticks look best over top of smooth lips. So since I am going to be doing a matte lip look today, I definitely want to make sure that my lips look nice and smooth. For foundation today, I'm going to go ahead and be using the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear 24-Hour Foundation in the shade 415. Taking 4 pumps on the back of my hand and just going to go ahead and, oh my god, I almost forgot primer. What the hell is wrong with me? Like, goodness gracious. Okay, well, let me go ahead and find something. Let's go ahead and just use the CoverGirl True Blend Base Business Moisturizing Primer. And I'm just gonna go ahead and, ooh. Oh gosh, that's like enough for my entire face. Okay, there we go. What the heck is wrong with me today? Goodness gracious. Oh my gosh, I definitely used way too much of this primer. I mean, thankfully I just cleansed, toned, and moisturized my skin, so thankfully. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and take my foundation and start blending here at my cheeks. I always tend to start at either under the eye area or either at my forehead. I never start at my chin and work up with my foundation. You always wanna start either like at the top of your face, so like the forehead, or starting just underneath the eye area, so that then as you are blending, typically, like, you know, we tend to drag down when we are doing our foundation, but you don't wanna do that. You want to make sure that you are getting all of those areas evenly, making sure that every part of your face has even coverage. Okay, 5 million years later, my foundation is finally blended in. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Medium Peach, and I'm going to brighten up the high points of my face. So now for powder, I'm going to go ahead and use the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. I'm just going to go ahead and use my powder brush and lightly tap that all over my face to set my face. The Michigan air has been so dry lately that, oh my goodness, I was watching some older videos and because I had just posted this video of me doing my makeup back in August and how much powder I was using, and I just keep thinking to myself, like, I would look so dry right now if I was doing that. Like, oh my gosh, like, I cannot believe. To warm up my face, I'm gonna go ahead and use the NYX Matte Bronzer in the shade Medium. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take this on an angled contour brush, and I'm just gonna go ahead and warm up the hollows of my cheeks as well as my forehead. I'm also just gonna go ahead and lightly contour my nose just by running a little bit of that powder on the sides. I'm now gonna go ahead and take that powder again and bake my cheeks just underneath where that contour is to go ahead and give myself a little bit more of a chiseled line in that contour, as well as giving me extra coverage along the jawline. Next for brows, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade Taupe. I just got my brows waxed yesterday and oh my goodness, like, they're so cleaned up, but now I just feel like they're so small. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, is this what eyebrows are supposed to look like? They were getting real out of hand there. I normally just like tweeze my brows, but I haven't had my brows done in like 5 million years. Like, I haven't had my brows waxed since Luke and I got married, and that was like almost 4 years ago. To clean up the brows a little bit more, I'm going to go ahead and take this Morphe angled brush and the e.l.f. Camo Concealer to clean up the brows. So taking some concealer on the back of my hand and dipping this Morphe M432 brush into the concealer, I'm just going to go ahead and start at the head of the brow and work my way up around the arch and work my way down to really carve out these brows. I'm also going to go ahead and use this concealer as my eyeshadow base. I'm just going to go ahead and use my brush to really blend everything in. And then I'm going to use my sponge to make those lines a little bit softer. Since I'm here, I'm actually just going to go ahead and use this Too Faced Peach Blur finishing powder. I'm going to rub my sponge into that, and then I'm just going to go ahead and set my under eyes. I noticed that my concealer was starting to crease a little bit, so I was like, let me just go ahead and take care of this right now. I like using this finishing powder under my eyes because then it doesn't make my eyes look dry, but at the same time it also really helps set the concealer. It makes everything look nice. Today for eyeshadow primer, I am using the Arbonne eyeshadow primer. And I'm just going to apply it with my finger. My eye is still super dry. I'm just gonna go ahead and take my sponge and just go right on back in there and clean it all up. Make it all look nice and flat. Nice base to lay down our eyeshadow. Okay, now let's go ahead and zoom in and start the eyeshadow. Okay, perfect. Is that close enough for you? I hope so. For eyeshadow today, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals Volume 1. If you guys have not yet seen my reaction video to this, you totally need to. I will link it in the description bar down below. Okay, so for today's look, I'm gonna be taking this shade right here, Poet Matte, and I'm gonna run that through the crease. Actually, I'm gonna take this shade right here, the Soothe Matte first, and lay that down as our initial transition shade, and then I'm gonna take Poet and run that through the crease. So taking a combination of windshield wiper as well as little circular motions, I'm just gonna run this color back and forth through the crease until the desired pigmentation is achieved. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and take the shade Poet Matte and run that through the crease just underneath that Soothe Matte shade. And the same thing, I'm gonna go ahead and use a combination between swirling and back and forth windshield wiper motions to achieve my desired effect. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take that first brush with no additional product, and I'm just gonna go ahead and go back over those two shades, Poet and Soothe, and I'm just gonna go ahead and blend them in a little bit more. Get that really, really nice, effortless blend. Ooh, so much better. Do you see the difference? You see the difference between this eye that's blended and this one that's not? Girl, yes. Okay, so to apply this darker shadow that I'm about to apply on my eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and take some shadow shields. I'm gonna go ahead and pop these on. Huge, huge, huge shout out to Mel from the Lewis fam. If you have not seen their channel, my friend Melanie has her own YouTube channel as well where she blogs about her family and their experiences, and she also does makeup tutorials as well. I will go ahead and pop the link to her YouTube channel in the description bar below. So huge shout out to Melanie for suggesting these shadow shields because they are, I'm hoping they're gonna be a lifesaver. This is the first time I'm using them, but I'm praying that they work out well. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and do what she said by kind of taking it a little bit here on the arm first so then it's not too tacky on the skin and then it doesn't rip off all my eye makeup underneath. Or the makeup underneath my eye, I should say. Oh. Okay, so I want it right about there. That looks good. I feel like I can't blink. So for the outer corner, I'm gonna go ahead and take this shade right here, Memory Sequin, and I'm going to buff that into the outer edge. Ooh, so smoky and beautiful. I'm excited. If you find that you're really, really messy when you're doing your makeup, I totally suggest using these shadow shields because so far this is working out like a freaking dream. So I'm just going ahead and taking this black shade and going little by little, dipping in little bit by little bit to get to the pigmentation that I want. I didn't want to just go in with like an entire brush loaded up with pigment and then not be able to blend it out where I want it to be. So I definitely want to make sure that I'm taking it, just take your time, do not worry, especially when you're working with black. you want to make sure that you are going slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay, and now I'm gonna go ahead and take a bit of the Soothe sequin shade, and I'm just gonna go ahead and run that through the crease again, just over that black shade. So next on a flat brush, I'm gonna go ahead and take the shade Poet Sequin, and on a damp brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and pat that onto the eye. OMG, this is so pretty. Oh, stop it. Stop it right now. The reflex of blue in this shadow are absolutely insane because the shadow itself is like a magenta shade, but then you get like all these really, really pretty like blue shimmery reflex, and it's so gorgeous. I'm just taking like the teensiest bit of that Poet Sequin shade, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do itty bitty tiny whiny little circles here in between the crease, just to kind of give us a little bit more of a blended out look here. I feel so dramatic right now. Do I have one? I think I might, here. I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of the Memory Metallic shade and just kind of like marry these two together, because when you take a bit of a shimmery shade and you use it to kind of blend two shades together, it looks so pretty. Ooh, and I was right. There we go. So now we're looking a little bit more sultry here. Okay, so on my fingertip, I'm gonna go ahead and take this shade right here, or glitter, and I'm gonna put that on the inner third of the eye. Oh, these glitters are insane. Oh my gosh. Ah! Glitter makes me so happy, you guys. And there we go. I kind of just want like a little explosion of glitter. There we go. I just had to drag that up a little bit just so that then it kind of makes my eye look a little bit bigger. If I had just left it on just like the inner third like that, almost like a smaller cut crease, it just would have made my eyes look really too small. Okay, and so on a small detailing brush, I'm gonna go ahead and take a mix between the Soothe Metallic and the Aura Metallic, and I'm gonna go ahead and work that into the inner corners as well as on the brow bone. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and do eyeliner as well as mascara. For eyeliner today, I'm gonna go ahead and use the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black Liquid Liner. I absolutely adore this liner, it's amazing. It reminds me of middle school where we all used traditional black eyeliner like this, and it's a really good throwback. Oh, okay, there we go. So now we're gonna go ahead and take these off and then work on the lower lash line. Let's go ahead and see how this looks. Ooh, look at that nice clean line. Yes, that's what I like to see. Ooh. So downside is that it does take a little bit of your foundation off underneath. Let me just see if I can fix that with a little bit of concealer. Like when I say a little bit of concealer, I literally mean like the teensiest bit. Like that, and that, okay. And work in that concealer. Okay, that worked out really, really well. And this eyeshadow looks so cool. I am so excited. For mascara today, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Maybelline Lash Sensational Curvitude Mascara. Wow, this is crazy because I usually don't find myself reaching for this mascara very often, and I feel like this just did some major lifting and curling to my lashes with lots of volume, and I really was not expecting that. Okay, so now going into the lower lash line, I'm gonna go ahead and take Soothe Matte, and I'm gonna run that underneath the lower lashes. Perfect. So the reason why you want to go ahead and run a transition color underneath your eyes as well as on the top of your shadow as well is because you want to make sure that all of the shadows that you're using to blend as on the eyelid as well as in the lower lash line have a nice transition shade to go off of. So without using any other additional product, I'm going to go ahead and use that same brush that I had used with the the sequin Poet shade. I'm going to run that through the lower lash line. Keeping this very, very, very tight to the waterline, just to give us that really, really nice pop of color. Okay guys, I say that the eyes are done. Perfect. So let's go ahead and move on to the rest of the complexion. We're gonna go ahead and zoom on out and continue on with the rest of the face. Okay, so guys, here I have the Morphe 8C Cool Pro blush palette. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this shade right here, Drama. I'm gonna actually mix it in with a little bit of Ego, and I am just gonna go ahead and put that on the cheeks. Like very, very, very lightly. Not too heavy-handed. If you feel like you go in a little bit too heavy-handed, you can just go ahead and take your powder brush and kind of go on over that and then kind of blend it all in. But I'm kind of going for this extra warmth in the face right now because we've got so much going on with these eyes. I do want to keep it very, very just a natural flush. Okay, so for highlighter today, I'm going to take an oldie but goodie. So this one here is the Just Say Glow highlighting stick from Victoria's Secret. Unfortunately, these are no longer available. A lot of these Victoria's Secret cosmetics products are no longer available, and I'm really sad because they were actually really good. But so a perfect way to apply a stick highlighter if you have been having trouble using one in the past is to actually not drag it across your face, but to actually apply it here first to a sponge, like rub it here into the sponge first. And then you can take your sponge and just gently stamp it here along the brow bone. And see, like, look at what a beautiful glow this gives. It's so like natural, very almost like lit from within type of glow. And I'm really digging it. Like, because I didn't want to do a highlighter today that was like really, really dramatic because of how much drama is going on with the eyes right now. So I wanted to make sure that everything looked very, very subtle and healthy. You can also take that here on the nose as well to give that nice nosy, posy, nice little glow. I was really planning on doing like a really, really bright magenta lip today, but I feel like that's just gonna be way too much. So let's just go with a nude, shall we? So the lip combo that I'm going to be using today is the NYX lip liner in the shade Nude Beige and the Victoria's Secret Velvet Matte Lip in the shade Perfection. Whew, okay y'all, so hair is now done. I'm now dressed for work. I can't believe I go to work like this. But it's okay, it's all good. I love it, actually, not gonna lie. I get so many compliments at work by customers, it's not even funny. So yeah, let's just go ahead and finish off. I'm gonna go ahead and spray my face first with the Mario Badescu Aloe Spray. And then finish that on top with the Maybelline Lasting Fix Setting Spray. Okay, so now that I'm done having fun being a jet stream, I don't know. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video today. If you liked it, go ahead and give me a big ol' thumbs up so that other people can find the video. If you want to help your friends and family find this video even faster, you can go ahead and share this video. Follow me on Instagram at KelseyKMUA. Follow me on Twitter at KelseyKMUA. And subscribe to this channel and ring the little notification bell so you can go ahead and be notified of whenever I upload a new video so you can see more videos of me doing stuff like this. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, y'all.